You hear me?
Yes, Sagar, we can
Okay,
hear you.
fair enough. So I'm just sharing my screen quickly, and then Manas, you can just start.
Sure. Yes. So your screen is visible, Sagar. I hope like my voice is audible. So
Yes,
let's
Mansi,
begin
you're
our
audible.
session. Yes, Kathy. Yeah, thank you for the clarification. Yeah, so let's begin our session. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Thank you to each and every being here with us today. On behalf of Salesforce Admin Group Nasik and Khandwa, I'm very pleased to be able to welcome everyone to our event, Gear Up Marketing Automation with Salesforce Paradox. So before we get started, I'll brief you all about our group leaders and speaker for the event. Sagar Arora, Community Group Leader of Salesforce Admin Group Khandwa, Sonali Durjit, and myself, Manasvi Gharat, Community Group Leaders of Salesforce Admin Group Nasik. We have Khyati Mehta amongst us today, and she will be sharing her knowledge on a Salesforce marketing automation product Pardot throughout the session. Kathy is 4x Salesforce certified professional and Salesforce marketing champion with strong consulting and marketing technology implementation experience. A warm welcome to Kathy, and I now request Kathy to start with the session. Over to you, Kathy.
Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for joining in. I'll quickly share my screen. Give me a moment. I'm unable to share my screen. Can you please
It is showing like you need to try with another browser.
Yes. Should I join
Might
with
be.
another browser?
Yep, yep.
Okay, just give me 1 minute. I'll quickly join. Hi all. Can you hear me?
Yes, Kathy, we can hear you.
So sorry for the glitch, guys. Thank you, Sagar and Mansweep, for having me here. Today's topic that I'm going to take is Gear Up Marketing Automation with Salesforce Pardot. A very quick introduction about me. My name is Khyati Mehta. I am the group leader of Salesforce Women in Tech Group Kolkata. I am proud to call myself as a Salesforce marketing champion. Professionally, I work as a Salesforce developer at Cognizant Technology Solutions. I am 4x Salesforce certified. Apart from this, I also have DevOps knowledge, hence, I am 2x Copado certified and 1x Blossom Professional certified. Try to stay active on over Trailblazer community groups. Hence, I am a speaker and I also love to blog. My blog name is all about Salesforce. Please feel free to connect with me over Twitter and LinkedIn. I try to stay active and I love to connect with you all, guys. So, moving on to today's topic, we will be covering the history of how Marketing Cloud, began and how Pardot and Marketing Cloud are, and what do we need to choose. So, a little history about what is Marketing Cloud. The SFMC, that is Salesforce Marketing Cloud, was not initially developed by Salesforce, but it was rather gained by Salesforce in 2013. So, the initial name of Marketing Cloud was Exact Target. So this is why we come across many occasions wherein Exact Target is being referenced as Marketing Cloud. So, in the same acquisition, Salesforce also acquired Pardot. Now, Pardot was also acquired by Exact Target. So, when Salesforce purchased Exact Target, so it also came up with Pardot. So Pardot was initially developed as a B2B marketing automation platform, and Pardot still exists today in the Salesforce ecosystem, as we all know, and Pardot is excelling like anything in today's world. So it has been integrated with Sales Cloud, and it is now booming a lot. So this is a very small history about Pardot. Let's move on to the topic. So let's discuss the difference between Marketing Cloud and Pardot. So Marketing Cloud is basically a B2C platform, which is business to customer platform. And whereas Pardot is a B2B platform, which is business to business platform. Marketing Cloud has also other functions like advertising studio and mobile studio. Now, my Marketing Cloud is integrated with studios and builders, while Pardot is, primarily a email marketing platform. Marketing Cloud is aligned with its own Marketing Cloud. It does not have any other cloud within Marketing Cloud, but Pardot is aligned with Sales Cloud. Marketing Cloud is harder to configure compared to Pardot, but Pardot is very user friendly. Marketing Cloud focuses on retail, health and beauty and leisure industries, while Pardot is very non-specific when it comes to industry. So the question that arises here is when to choose Pardot and when to choose Marketing Cloud. So as I said, Pardot is ideal for B2B organizations, the business to business organizations that wants a marketing automation platform, which is basically the enterprise level, and it's easy to implement. So Pardot itself has limited CRM features and also gets tied to accounts, contacts, and leads in Salesforce. But the best use alongside the Salesforce Sales Cloud, ideally by businesses with account-based selling and marketing strategies. So the ideal Pardot user, is also likely to have a team of sales representatives because, of course, Pardot is aligned with Sales Cloud. These guys are responsible for smaller funnels of high-value deals. So these organizations use Pardot to be ready to close deals at exactly the right moment. So Pardot requires very less budget. Um it can go until average budget, but yes, it's in a less budget than Marketing Cloud, but it's still designed to be used by mid-level or large organizations. Coming to when to choose Marketing Cloud, as I said, Marketing Cloud is great for larger B2C organizations. It is often used in e-commerce that basically wants to deliver a high personalized customer journey across mixed communication channel. It will also it's also a strong choice for B2B brands that want to offer a B2C style of customer experience. So it can be used for either of the businesses. Marketing Cloud, as I said, Pardot has a limited CRM features, but Marketing Cloud offers a fuller CRM experience with stronger links to accounts, contacts, and leads in Salesforce. Marketing Cloud works well for businesses with larger databases and lower basket values. There's Then Pardot, and most organizations thrive with Marketing Cloud as they have very technical resources and skills for database. So it depends on what the business is and how you want to choose it. So let's move on to today's topic, that is about Pardot. We'll learn how Pardot works, and this is going to be a very basic session on for someone who is wanting to start on Marketing Cloud and how Pardot works. So Pardot is basically a marketing automation solution that helps companies create meaningful connections, generate more pipeline, and empower sales to more deals. It is a B2B marketing organization that basically wants a marketing automation platform and is easy to implement. Pardot gives a central location to manage all the projects, reports on their success. Pardot enables organizations to track and measure the effectiveness of their communication, gain insight into user behavior, and personalize content across campaigns based on any number of specific criteria. So I am not a person of slides, so let's just move on to the Pardot guided tour. and let's understand how we can, what are the features of Pardot. And if you are just starting with Pardot, then this is the best place wherein you can learn Pardot. So this is Pardot guided tour. Just go on to Google and type in Pardot guided tour. Now you'll see a form. I'll enter my details over here, and then I can take a tour of Pardot. But let's understand in the world of Marketing Cloud how this works. So technically, when I'm entering my details over here, now I am a lead. Okay, so let me just give on my details. So as I'm giving my details, I am a lead now in terms of Salesforce. So yeah, as soon as I click on this button, I'll be allowed to take a tour. As I can see, I can take a tour now. But in Salesforce world, I have now become a prospect for them, because now I am interested in their product. Now what is going on, I want to see like how Pardot works. So now I am transmitted from lead to prospect. So this is a Pardot guided tour. You can see everything over here mentioned. This is a button wherein some insights will be shown, and this is the button wherein if there is certain features, all the details will be mentioned. And these are the steps that you need to follow. Let's just begin it, and I'll explain one by one on how it is. So first we can say there is. So what are campaigns basically? Pardot campaigns are basically used to track prospects' first touch. As I said, that I have become lead. I have become from lead to prospect. Now I'm a prospect. So if I enter anything over here, I'll be treated as a prospect. So now a prospect's Pardot campaign is set when a prospect first hits a Pardot tracked link or Pardot tracking code. So this is a Pardot tracked link, and I have hit here. So now I have become a prospect. So once a prospect becomes associated with a campaign, they remain associated with that campaign. So each prospect is associated with only one Pardot campaign. And you can always change prospects Pardot campaign if you want. But if you change it, like changing prospects reporting. So let's just click on continue, and let's create a Pardot campaign. I'll have to just give the name, and I'll just give the cost. And you can see over here, it gives step-by-step information so that you don't miss anything out. And if I, supposingly there are tags, and if I want to see what is tagged, so just click on this and I can see what are tags. So these are basically nothing. You can add it to your marketing campaigns just to keep them organized. And what about cost? Again, inputting your initial cost will help you determine your campaign ROI. So for now, I'll just put it at 0 and I'll just create campaign. So we are done with our first step. We have just created our very own Pardot campaign. Now it's time to move on to landing pages and forms. So let's just click on continue. And again, there is a form that we need to fill up. So let's first understand what are landing pages and then followed by forms. So landing pages is basically a specific web page that a visitor typically reaches after clicking a link or advertisement. So, by clicking links, like simply driving visitors directly to our homepage can be, an ineffective method of converting visitors. So, there comes landing page, and helps our visitors to have a very smooth, direction. So, a landing page presents a streamlined path which is designed to elicit a specific action, of course, by the visitor prospect, whether it's just giving their email address and converting to a prospect, or just registering for an upcoming event. So let's just look on how we can do that. Over here again, there is a tag that is similar to the earlier one. Over here, I can see folder. So what are folders? So basically, Pardot folders let you segment and organize. Whereas campaign, the one that I just created before, like just before this step. So let's just click on next. Over here comes form builder. So let's understand what form builder is. In Salesforce world, when we want to collect any information about people visiting our website or landing page, then I'll use a Pardot form. So this basically helps me if I'm using this. So it will basically help me to turn anonymous visitor into identified prospects. But a form's usefulness does not end here. Once a visitor gets converted to prospects, we can continue to use forms to learn more about them, maybe like their needs and their preference, so that we can serve them better. So let's just click on continue. And as you can see, there are certain fields that I need to, if I want to drag first name or last name, or if I want to add some field, I can add it. For now, if I just want to all the required fields here, so I'll just give the form as I want, as my requirement. So just click on next. Now I have built my form. So let's understand the flow. I was a lead initially. Then when I entered the details, I wanted to take a guided tool. I became a prospect. When I become a prospect, there was a campaign wherein I need to fill on my details. So now I'm done with my first step. Then comes a landing page, and I have also created a form so that whenever any visitor, checks into the Pardot website, that visitor will be automatically treated as prospect. So when I'm done with these steps, completion action comes into place. So completion action are actions that will automatically trigger when someone submits the forms. So it basically allows to automate directly from a marketing asset such as form, file, or email. So we can basically add completion action directly to the asset, and it executes every time the prospect takes actions on that asset. Because completion actions are action based, they have a singular or binary criterion. So once I fill the form, then I have completion action that takes place. So let's there are a lot of things that you can add in the completion action. For now, I'll just add maybe add tags. So over here, this action will apply the prospects tags of our choice. So I don't have an email template for now, so I'll just leave it as it is and just click on next. See, you have created a Pardot form. Now it's time for the fun part. The landing page builder used is done. So let's just go on to the next step. Now comes landing page builder in picture. So landing pages are a great lead generation tool. So when a visitor submits their information to access your content, their data is automatically reflected in their prospect's profile in Pardot, which we'll discuss into the further slides. So landing pages allows, it will allow me to better track the success of each of our marketing channels. And the Pardot landing page basically allows me to import the HTML from existing pages on our website, making it very easy to create landing pages that match the look and feel of our brand. Also, Pardot comes preloaded with several landing pages templates to choose, and also we can create our own. So over here, there is a header. So I can just double click on it and edit it. Let's just edit it. Cool. And just click on save. So once I'm done with it, I can check if I want the banner, if the banner is correct or not. I can give all the details. Maybe I'll just want a blue sky. So yeah, I'm okay with it. So once I'm done with my landing page, I'll just click on confirm and save. So now that we have created a landing page, landing pages are publishable with one click. So it's easy to move on to the next step. So click continue. As I said, that Pardot comes with preloaded, with several preloaded landing pages template. So these are the landing pages, or I can also create my own. So let's just click on next and click on continue and just select whatever is it and just click on apply. So this is now, this is where Pardot's WYSI email builder comes into place. So as I can see, this is what you see is what you get. So there is there is a landing page builder. So now if I click on this, I can edit whatever I want. So if let's just edit the name of it. So maybe let me just write it. Hi all, pleased to have you all here. And I'll just click on save. So yes, we are done with our landing page and we have created an email template. Now A/B testing functionality comes in. So what is A/B testing? So we can basically alter the content of an email and we can deploy two versions and test to see which performs most successfully. So this basically helps us by providing us two different versions, and whatever we like can be chosen. So just click on choose. And over here I can see I can toggle between any I like. If I like this or if I like that, maybe I like this, so I'll just click on save. So A/B testing is only half of the email testing process. You want your content to resonate, but you also want to ensure that your email makes it to the inbox and displays correctly. So Pardot's email rendering can help with me. So I'll just click on next. Over here I can see there's email preview. So I'll have different type of desktops, different type of email clients, wherein I can have a look how my email will be shown. So email rendering helps me with that. It basically displays a test version of your email in all the top email clients, browsers and mobile devices. Let's just check it out. So this is how you can see I have iPad, I have iPhone 6, all the emails, all the phones will be mentioned. So for now, I'll click on iPhone 6 and see this is how my email will be shown. So just click on next. So this is how email rendering helps me. Once I'm done with this, I need to choose a list of email recipients to whom I need to drop the emails. So over here in the list, maybe I'll give marketing local, and then I need to give a list, maybe general user, and this is a sender A. If I want one more sender, maybe I can just click John Smith, and this is how it will look. So just click on save. So I had created an email and I have seen how the email will be shown in the recipient's device, and then I have just given the email recipients. So now that I am done with all my steps, let's look how a prospect profile comes in picture. Now I was the prospect, but over here I'll see Jeremy Zones because it is something inbuilt. So let's see how forms and landing pages are set up and emails are deploying. So let's just go and see. So there is something called viewer prospect profile. So all the information that is tracked in Pardot, like that is being entered by Jeremy Jones, everything will be displayed here in Pardot's world. So let's just click on continue. Over here, I can see the name, email, company, account name, everything will be mentioned here. Whatever is given by Jeremy Jones, everything will be mentioned here. I see something called score over here. So a scoring is basically it's a category which is assigned to each folder in Pardot. Now every time a prospect interacts with an asset in that folder, so their score for that category as well as their aggregate score is updated. So it is something updated with every folder. So let's just click on next, and there is something called grade. So a prospect's grade indicates whether or not they are fit for your ideal prospect profile. So this is basically determined by comparing the prospect's demographic information, which is used to criteria you set, including job titles, industries, locations, and more. Again, there is something called prospect activities. So Pardot basically helps us compile a detailed list of any activities that Jeremy Jones as a prospect is looking at. So let's just click on this visit. So what is this? So in case over here, in case prospect name is Jeremy Jones over here, and in case Jeremy Jones does not, give his company's name, so what will Pardot do? Pardot can find it out. Like Pardot can have it. See, if you don't know the company that your prospect works for, Pardot's anonymous visitor can help it out by looking at all the prospects' IP addresses, and we can find out where Jeremy Jones is working. So let's just click on next. Now that have you gotten to look at Jeremy Jones' prospect profile in Pardot, let's start working on our first lead nurturing campaign so that we can get in touch with him. So here comes engagement campaigns in picture. So let's say a prospect has filled out a few forms, downloaded some of marketing content, but he or she is not still ready to talk to a sales rep. So in this place, lead nurturing comes into picture. So we are just building a smarter campaign. So let's just follow all the steps, whatever it says. So first, we are just adding an email to our engagement campaign. So for adding an email, of course, I need an action. In actions, because I want to send an email, I'll click on send email. So once I'm sending the email, I need a email template. So I'll just give it as introduction email. And when do I want to send this email? I want to send it immediately. So just click on save. Our campaign is now off to a great start. Once I am done with adding my email, I now want to add a trigger in Engagement Studio. So trigger basically listens for something to happen and then react accordingly. So let's just click on continue. The same way, just click on the plus icon, add trigger. Over here it says select email open to listen for engagement activity. Email is opened, and let's wait for maybe maximum of 5 days and just click on save. So if a customer opens your email, they instantly head down the yes part. So if the customer opens it within 5 days, so it will be directly transmitted. Now we are going to create a rule in Engagement Studio. So rules are basically look for specific criteria that's important to your business. So once we have sent the email, we'll wait for 4 days to customer to open it. If he or she opens it, then there is a rule. So what is the rule? It's prospect's default field. So let me just give job title as the prospect field, and let's just give it as sales. Let's just click on save. So we have now activated our campaign. So let's see how it looks. So I can also test it from here. So if I just want maybe yes, then it will directly move on to here. And does the prospect's job title field contains yes? If I selected yes, it will assign to the user and it will end it. So if I want to start it over, I can start it over, and if I want to end the test, I can end it. So this is how our campaign will perform. Now I have created my campaign and I have kind of activated it. Now comes we can see that campaign reporting is overlaid. But what should we do if the person does not open it? So what should we do? I can also see all the open rates, and I can see whosoever has how many people opened it, what's the CTR. I can see everything over here. So I can also have a look on which email I am seeing the open rate I am seeing off. So if I just click on this button, I can see this email was there. So just click on done. So this is how I can see I can have a maintenance of what I have sent, how many people are looking at it. So now when I have done this, I can assign my leads to sales. So if the person is if the person is a prospect and everything goes in the right place, then I also want someone to be assigned, right? So here comes wherein we need to assign our leads to sales. So Pardot uses automation rules to automate lead assignment, simplifying the lead pass process for both sales and marketers. So over here, I'll have to give a prospect score. So maybe I'll give just anything for now. And the grade as maybe 8. And just click on next. So if this happens, like once I have set my scoring and grading, we can use a automation rule to decide who would you like to assign. So it totally depends on us on how and where I want to assign. So if I maybe want to assign John Spith to my new lead, so I can assign it and just create an automation rule. So this is how you assign your leads to your prospects. Sorry, leads to your sales. Now, when I have assigned it, I would like to see as a salesperson how the prospects view will be seen, like how will I see the prospects view in my Salesforce. So because of Pardot's integration with Salesforce, all of the data collected by Pardot is available to sales rep. And of course, they don't even have to, leave CRM to access it. So this basically makes it easy for sales rep to follow up with their assigned prospects, keeps tabs on their prospect activity, nurturing. So as you remember, Jeremy Jones was the prospect that was shown. So this is how the screen will look for a sales representative, and all the details will be mentioned here. All the details related to Jeremy Jones as a prospect. So if I go down, I can also see the activities that are sent to Jeremy Jones. All the emails and everything related to this prospect will be shown here. So add now I can also send a personalized email. So add individual prospect to list from within Salesforce. So this basically allows sales rep to enroll prospects in drip campaigns if further nurturing is needed. Since this prospect is actively participating, let's add him to a short 30-day nurture list. So over here, I'll just give a active 30-day nurture and click on next. So as a sales representative, I can see how my prospects profile looks in my Salesforce org. There is something called Salesforce Engage as well. So if you are a Salesforce rep, you of course don't want to waste time jumping between sales applications. So this is where Pardot Salesforce Engage come into picture. So it basically allows to take care of all your selling tasks right from within your CRM. So you don't have to basically jump out of your CRM for any task. Everything will be mentioned in your CRM. So with Salesforce Engage, we can keep tabs on our active prospects in real time, send one-to-one emails to prospects using pre-approved templates or plain text. So let's just see. Over here, I can see the activity cards displayed within the Engage Alerts interface. We need to find Jeremy Jones as he or she was our prospect. Looks like Jeremy Jones just filled out a form to download one of our white papers. So once I'm done with that, I'll just click on leads. So if I click on leads, I see that Jeremy Jones is already marked. So with Salesforce Engage, it's easy to send one-to-one emails, as I said. So let's just see, it's already marked. And if I click on send engage email, this email will be sent to our prospect. So this is how Salesforce Engage helps us. Let's use a pre-created template to send Jeremy Jones his event invitation. So if I want to, preview this email, I can just click on preview button and I can see how it looks. So let's just see what is sent without template. So with Salesforce Engage, we can either choose a template that's been pre-created, or we can also create our own. And what is email content? If I don't want to send it out, I can just select whatever template I want and I'll send it out. So I'll just click on send. So that email was sent it to our prospect, whose name was Jeremy Jones. So there is something called engaged reports as well. So at this particular point, we have kind of deployed our campaign, and we have seen how the landing page works, how the scoring is done. So there comes Salesforce Engage, which includes sales campaign. So I can see all the reporting, all the variations that is happening within 30 days. So if I click on this, what is this? So this is basically a Engage reporting that gives insight for our open rates, CTR, that is click through rates. It basically helps us to maintain our prospects and see what's going on, whether our marketing scheme is perfect or not. So this basically helps us with that. So let's just click on next. So as your sales reps leverage Salesforce Engage to turn Jeremy Jones into a brand new customer, it's time for marketing to turn their attention to reporting. So let's just click on next. Now comes Pardot reporting into picture. So with some help from Pardot and Salesforce Engage, sales rep has likely persuaded Jeremy Jones to become a new customer. So the sales process is complete, but as a marketer, you still want to look back at your campaigns to see what worked and what didn't. Pardot reporting can help with that. So let's take a look at 2 Pardot reports that will help you gauge your campaign success, and then let's see. So there is something called campaign reporting. The campaign performance overview report, which is this one, gives a high level overview of your campaign's overall health in comparison to other campaigns. Each campaign is represented by a color bubble in the chart to the left. The graph can be adjusted by altering the values of the 4 axes. So let's click on continue, and if I click on this, I can see the email going green without gold was sent, and the revenue was this. Opportunities were 911, value same for this bubble. For this, it was LinkedIn display advertising, so the revenue was something, opportunities was something, value and ROI. So everything will be mentioned. For this one is for blog, so all the revenue, opportunities, value, ROI will be mentioned every time. So this basically generates a report. So this is a standard chart where a breakdown of campaign data, which also includes our prospects associated with the campaign, everything is mentioned over here. So like this is the performance that is displayed in a dashboard kind of form, and this is the report that is mentioned. So if I want to see that the blog one, then the blog's visitors are this, prospects are this, assigned is this. So the value and revenue, everything is mentioned in detail. And if I just hover around here, so I can see the revenue, opportunities, value and ROI for the same blog. So this is how in the both way it is kind of mentioned, so that we know what campaign on what basis they are working. So let's just click on that. Now your campaign is linked to 911 opportunities and is valued at this. So it basically helps us to know at the very end that what are the opportunities for our campaign and what value is now for our campaign. So this is something called advanced email report. So Pardot's advanced email reporting provides insights into email engagement, email clients, and devices used by recipients, deliverable rates, and more. So if I click through rate report, this is CTR report. So I can see 11.9% report. The same way, I can just hover around and check whatsoever I want. If I want to check the interaction that is going on, so I can see all the data over here. So there are chances wherein people don't, open up the mails or maybe just look through. So these are the percentages given. So for the glance or unread percentage, it is 20%. So this percentage basically is for the people who did not open your email or had it open for fewer than 2 seconds. Then we have skimmed percentage. So this percentage is basically for the people who opened your mail for between 2 to 10 seconds. Then is read percentage for the person who opened it for more than 10 seconds. Then is forward count. So use this number to determine how many of your emails are being forwarded or printed. So this is how all the data has been given over here. I can go to email clients and just check it out, the email client breakdown as well. I can go to report and check out the report open rate and CTR. So there is something called delivery rate. So this basically checks important stats like your delivery rate, open rate, or CTR. Then there is suppression list. Pardot allows you to create suppression lists that will omit a selected group of recipients from list emails or drip programs. So this is how everything is mentioned over here. So just hover around if I want to go click through open rate or interaction, or if I want to see the email clients, the breakdown. So I can have a look over here. So just click on done. See, your campaign was a success, bringing in 911 new opportunities and shattering the industry standards for email open and click-through rates. So now we have kind of created our campaign and are done with all our steps. So if I want to schedule a live demo, I can schedule it from here for the Parrot.org, and I can see how it works. So yes, this was all from my side. Hope this was interactive for you, and this was just a basic session on how we can create campaigns and how we can just start it off with Pardot. So this was a very basic session, and I hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Kathy, for your time. It was like really interesting question. I guess there is one question over the chat. Maybe if you can just look into that. How Pardot determines the customer is interested about this campaign or not? From Rajkumar. Kathy, can you hear me?
Sorry, I was talking on mute.
No problem.
Yeah, so Pardot, how Pardot means that the customer is interested in this campaign or not. I talked about lead nurturing, right? So everything is, whenever uh, the customer is becoming a prospect from the very start, everything is being noted. So there are certain steps, and everything is being noted so that we can know whether the customer is interested or not. So that is how it builds.
Okay. Okay, thanks, Kathy. I guess, like Rajkumar, you got your answer. So maybe we can just proceed with the quiz session. I guess Sombir has one question. Do we have a connector available between Sales Cloud and Pardot?
I'm not sure, somewhere like I think they come it integrated, right? The, maybe Sagar, you can help me out with it. I
Yep.
think those come integrated, right? You don't need a connector or something.
In similarly, like in Marketing Cloud, we don't have any specific connector with respect to that service, Sales Cloud and marketing. Here also, it is having a integrated already with Salesforce, and
So,
directly we can just
yeah,
connect with that particular org.
yeah. So it's basically like it is aligned. We cannot say integrated, but yes, it's aligned with Sales Cloud. It is something that comes from their side. So we don't have to worry about it.
Correct, correct, exactly. Okay. Yep. Thanks, Kathy. So maybe I'll just quickly share my screen and then we can just start with the quiz. So is my screen visible to everyone?
Yes, Sagar, it's visible.
Okay, fine. So what exactly, I guess like few people are already aware of this Kahoot.it, but I'll just explain you quickly. So everyone just need to type this www.kahoot.it on your mobile, and then once you logged in, then it will just ask you for the game pin, and the game pin is like 7296558. You need to mention it there, and then after this you need to mention your name. Once you will mention your name, you will be logging into this particular part. So is like anyone facing challenges with respect to login into this? Just let me know over the chat. Where is that? I Yes, just give me 1 minute. I'll just quickly restart this once again. I'll just start with this screen mode. Okay, the same thing you need to do again, www.kahoot.it, and might be the new pin was generated 4147682, and after that you need to mention your name, and then we can just start with this. Manasvi, can you just ping this particular code over the chat, 4147682?
Sure, sure.
So you just need to type www.kahoot.it, and then you just need to mention pin. I see Pratiksha joined. Ikrar After joined. So over the browser, you just need to type www.kahoot.it. It will ask you for game pin. You just need to type 4147682, and then it will ask you for your name. You
I've
just need to
also
mention.
pasted the kahoot.it, the link on the chat box. So kindly you can refer the chat box and you can will be
Yeah, so
directed.
Tombir, it does not, you can just type in your name both the times. So you'll be entered. So it does not
Yep.
affect by the team mode. Just enter your name for both the times.
So if anyone is facing challenges, he or she can just paste it over the chat. I see only 3 people have joined. Any issues? So any challenges? I see people are not able to join. Is it? I think everyone. Let me restart this once again. Just give me 1 minute, please. Sorry for that. Just try once again. Same. A new pin is getting generated. 4659846. 4659846. Kathy, is it like something only 3 people can join this?
No, let's do one thing. Just wait
Yeah.
for 2 minutes. I'll share. Okay, just cancel this. I'll share.
Okay, fair
Yeah,
enough.
just give me 2 seconds.
So you have already questions, all these questions?
Yeah, I had shared you, so I have it.
Okay,
I'll
sure.
just create it quickly and share it.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. I guess there is some issue with this. So we'll just wait for 2 more minutes, and then Kathy will share his screen, and then we can just take this side. कॉल पे है ना?
Sagar? Yeah.
Yes, Manasi, you were telling something?
Yeah. So we'll just wait for a few minutes. I guess the
Yes.
issue will be resolved. Yeah. It's some site issue.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm sharing my screen. Let me know once you see it. Can you see it?
Not yet, but something is coming. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. So this is the pin 4636906. Everyone have a look at the screen as well. You will also see the questions on your mobile phones or whatsoever device you are logging in from.
I guess your voice is not clear, Kathy. Something is.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. I was saying, let me know once all the audience are in. I'll start.
Okay, I see 40 people have joined. Like more 5 people need to join. And then quickly we'll start. Yes. So is anyone facing issues again? 43 have joined. Just wait for 1 minute. Okay. Okay. Yes, Kathy, we can start. I guess
Yeah.
like
So I'll
most of
just
them have joined. Yep.
lock it. So the first question is true or false. Each prospect is associated with only one part of it. True or false? So it's true, guys. Each prospect is always associated with only one Pardot campaign. So sorry. Yeah. So on the top is Rafael. Let's move on to the next question. In which year did Salesforce get acquisition of Exact Target? 2011, 12, 13, or 14? In which year did Salesforce get acquisition of Exact Target? So it was the year 2013. Shamak is on the top, Rafael, and then Chombe. Which one of this is a B2B marketing automation? Pardot or Marketing Cloud? B2B marketing automation. Should be easy, guys. It's Pardot. Shamak is still on the top, followed by Rafael and Sombir. Pardot is a Dash platform. email marketing, or email market? So it's an email marketing platform. The scoreboard is not changed yet. The deciding question, true or false, is Parrot specific when it comes to industries. So everyone can answer it. By mistakenly copied it does not mean it's true, guys. So let's see who is on podium. Third is Tanveer. Second is Sombir. First is Shamik. So congratulations all the winners. Over to you, Sagar.
Thanks, Kathy, for your time, and like apologize for the technical glitch. So congratulations to all the winners like Sambik, Somveer, and Tanveer. You can just post your email ID, which is like connected through WebSSR and Trailhead, and then we can just automatically from Salesforce the voucher will be given it to you. Thanks a lot, Kathy, for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks, team. Thanks, everyone. Bye bye.